like a set into the season, like, okay, this is senior year, this is our year. And having it home feels really special because it's with everybody that's been there forever, and having all of our supporters that come out makes the game more special than if it was on the road.
It makes me a little emotional because, like, this is like the last game I'm ever gonna have on this field, and it's like you can always come back and play on it, but it's never the same. You don't have the same girls, and everyone's like going off to college, and it's really sad. And I mean, it's exciting but sad at the same time.
It doesn't matter who we play opening day. We are going to be fired up, and actually, sometimes it's actually to a huge problem for us because we get so excited about being there. It's like a playoff game. You got to slow things down, take a deep breath, and get settled in as quickly as possible. And I guarantee you, opening day, everybody from the coaches down to the players are going to be fired up. There's nothing you can do to stop that, but you just got to keep reminding yourselves, all right, let's stay calm here.
Different, totally different. Yeah. Yeah, I think we were talking about the same thing, but we were totally.
I've never had
Because
it
it's called
for
something
Berkeley.
different,
Yeah.
right?
I just thought it was perfectly normal. It took you 30, 40 minutes to go
Yeah,
get
yeah,
groceries,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to drive. Yeah, it's good. I think we can all do on our lot. It's a lot like
Come on, Lily. You got it. Love working with Susan. There you go. One
That just speaks volumes to their ability to stay focused. The conversation was simple on that game. When they came back to the dugout, we had spotted them 4 runs. You really can't afford to spot your opponent 4 runs every game. And so what I explained to them was, look, this is a 7-inning game. Let's get 1 run per inning, and we'll be right back in this thing. And so that was the mentality we gave them, and we wanted to see how they would respond to that. We didn't expect that. I mean, we went through our lineup 3 times in that inning, and they battled. They went to the plate, and they didn't just get on with sheer mistakes and errors. They were slugging the ball around, and I thought that was really great that they were able to settle in and get right back into the hunt. I could never have envisioned a response like that, not in a million years.
I think that was a big deal for everyone, and I mean, we went into that first inning and they scored 4 runs, and we were kind of like, oh crap, like this is real. And then I think we just united as a team. I think everybody knew that they had to do their own job so we could all come together and get that win. And I just think it was kind of like a realization that because they scored 4 runs, it kind of like made us realize, like, oh, we need to step up.
When we're down like that, normally that doesn't really happen for us, but when it does, we're taught to just go 1 pitch at a time, 1 at-bat at a time, 1 hit at a time. And I think by chipping away from time to time, like keeping each other motivated and keeping the spirits up in the dugout, it really helped. Like.
All right, get the outlook for more.
The side story with Kaylee that's very interesting and people don't understand about that game is that's her first varsity appearance, and that's a lot of stress. Additionally, she had a family member pass away that week, just the day before, and so that was weighing heavy on her, and she was, struggling with that. And then she has to go out there at the home opener. So there was a lot of pressure, and the coaching staff had a conversation about that. It was really like, let's see if she can pull this off. Let's see what she can do here. It's early, and we need to measure that. And I was very proud of her. She had a tough start. There were some defensive miscues that didn't help her, and then additionally a couple of pitches that she hung there. But boy, she turned that game around, and I thought as the innings progressed, she got stronger and she looked better. Oh, that's
Yeah, I definitely tried to like keep her calm and say like it's not your fault, like you're doing great and stuff. Because I remember my sophomore year, Haley was sick for the home opener, and I had to pitch, and I totally wasn't ready for it because it was so unexpected. So I was like super nervous too. So I kind of know like what she's going.
It felt really good for her. She was really nervous, which I really don't blame her because it's her first time. And I remember my first time when I was a sophomore, I was like panicking. And even on Thursday, I was freaking out. And it's like I played hundreds of softball games before, but for her, it just like I felt like she kind of felt like a spotlight was on her. But she did really, really, really well, and I couldn't be more happy with her.
Haley is a really strong athlete and pitcher, and I mean, everybody's anxious the first game. I was anxious the first game, so I couldn't imagine how anxious she was, and I think I just had to remember, like, put myself in her shoes and kind of try to understand how she was feeling, but just letting her know that there's a reason she's out there and there's a reason she's on the team, and she was anxious, but she pitched a great game.
I had a horrible day at the plate, and I was actually so mad that I went up to Megan Purcell and I told her, I was like, you know, I'm really getting pissed off. Like, I'm not going to strike out. I'm not going to pop up because I popped up all game. I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to get hit by a pitch. I'm just going to go up there. I'm going to hit the ball and I'm going to get on base. And she goes, okay, sounds good. So I literally just walked to the plate, and I think I watched one pitch go by, and the next pitch it just like hit the sweet spot on my bat, and it just felt so amazing. I started like watching the ball because it just felt like it didn't even touch my bat, and I was looking, and at first base Pete was like, don't look at the ball, don't look, and then I was like halfway to second base, and I was like, I saw it go out, and I just like didn't even know what to think at that moment. It was just so like, I was just so, I don't even know how I felt during that time. It was just like, it felt like, I don't know how to describe it.
I was so excited for her. I mean, we've been playing together for so long, so I know like that was her first like big home run, so I was so happy for her. And like I had my first home run ever last year, so I know like the feeling of that excitement, so I could not be more happy.
It was a total surprise, but I knew when I just saw her and the way she swung that bat, it looked effortless. It looked like she was relaxed. She didn't have a care in the world. She was just up there just to hit the ball and to get on base. She had no goal before going up on to hit. She had no goal to tell herself a home run. You could just tell she was looking just to get on base, just to make contact. And that's the mindset you have to have in the batter's box. You cannot tell yourself, I'm going to cream this ball. You just have to say to yourself, I want to make contact, and that goes further than anything.
When she got a hold of it, you could hear me yelling, get out of here, because I knew it had the legs and I didn't know if it had the distance. And it was amazing to see it go. I was deeply moved, and I would tell you that it was the same thing when I saw Taylor Gagnon hit hers in that game. I was moved by that, because to have a player come up and do that in her first game, and I don't think there was a game that went by that when Nanoff hit a ball for me that I wasn't really excited for her and proud of her. I mean, those are big moments for kids, and it doesn't happen for every player. And when it does happen, boy, it's overwhelming, and it's compounding when it's your own kid. I was blown away. When she rounded 3, her eyes were on her team at the plate. Those are the people that they hit the home runs for. They don't hit them for the coaches. They hit them for their team. And so when she came around 3, all she was focused on was getting back home with her team and celebrating that moment. And I thought that was pretty awesome. You know, when they're coming from 2, they look at me. When they leave 3, they're looking at their team. And I was proud of her. And I think anytime my players round 3, that's what they're thinking about, getting back to the team. So.
That's so great to win a game like that so early in the season, because we face games like that in the postseason. We had our quarterfinal game, our semifinal game, were both won by 1 run, and we were down and we came back. So it was so great to see that we're already able to get through those tough games and get the win.
Those close games, you can get panicked and stressed out and that kind of thing, and that's when like the errors and that kind of thing happen. So just making sure that we're focusing on each play and not letting the score and the pressure of the game get to us.
So when we got into that big game moment, I was super proud of the way Emma went out on that mound and delivered and stayed in the hunt. And I told her, and I would say this to anybody, her best inning was the 7th inning, because it doesn't get any bigger, right? We have to stop them right there and then come right back to the plate in that tie game and win it. And she put us in that position because she battled and she dug in, and her teams rallied behind her. And so super proud of the work that they put in. And if we can continue to have big game moments in the regular season, that's only going to make us tougher in the postseason.
It was really reassuring, because then with all that pressure, you know, it's my turn to get back out there on the thing and on the mound, and I'm feeling like, well, I can't give any runs up because this is all on me. But to be able to have Taz come out and hit that 2-run homer, it just really hits home. It's like, my team's got me, like the pressure is not all on me, that kind of thing. So it's a really nice feeling knowing that they're there behind
Something
me.
that we're really good at is taking every game one at a time, and I think part of that is taking every inning one at a time. Like we'll get past this inning and then on to the next, and if we don't, you know, score those runs that inning, we'll get it the next inning. And I think everybody did a really good job at that game with taking every play step by step and slowing everything down rather than just worrying about the outcome of the game.
Yeah, that was really important. That was kind of like us last year. We were always like the comeback team. We would always get down, and then like the last couple innings we would like come back, and it was crazy because it's so stressful. But yeah, I like getting them up early, not having to worry. But yeah, it was really important that we got that win.
It's very important that people know that there are competition in our division, that's how the games are going to feel, and you have to persevere at any given second. You can't take your foot off the gas pedal. You just need to keep going constantly.
I'm just really excited. Like, I was a little bit nervous, but because like I haven't played like in an actual game that like matters a lot like in so long. But I'm just like super excited to get back.
I'm really excited because I know being last year getting hurt, you know, that sucks for anybody, and I felt for her in that position, and I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. So the fact that it's her senior year now and that she's going to be able to come back out, I'm really stoked and happy that she's able to come back from her injury.
I am so excited. I saw her play winter ball this winter, and she looked great. So I am so excited to have her back on the mound because it's been 2 years since she's played in a game. So that'll be so much fun.
Seeing Anna return to the mound will be an emotional day for all of us. And probably for her too. I know she's been waiting patiently for her turn. That's the downside to having a rotation, right? You get ready, you prepare, and then the coach gives you the nod and says, okay, today's your ball, you're going out there. And you know, all of the pitchers have been good about this. They understand their role. They're in a supporting role some days. Some days they're the reserve pitcher. Some days they're just waiting to see if they're needed. But for Anna to get her first start is a big moment. That's a big return. That was a huge injury, and she handled that with as much grace and composure as any athlete in high school could ever handle it. And to see her stay with the team and stay fighting and working and wanting to be here every day all last year through all of that, and to make it back, it's going to be an exciting moment for her. And what I want her to do is go out there, be successful, but more importantly, take a deep breath and enjoy it, because she earned the right to be back here, and that's not easy to do.